She's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 love.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is season 1, episode 7. I am back recording on my iPhone. I hope you guys can hear me better. As you see, I have a whole little microphone. So we're going to see how this works out. See if I sound any louder so that you guys can really hear me and not be like, oh my God, it's so low. Because y'all know I'm very soft-spoken. I don't really yell a lot or whatever. And as I told y'all before, I record like late at night. And I ain't trying to be, disturbing my neighbors or whatever. So, put your comments below. Let me know. Can you hear me? Am I louder? Am I still low? Is it the same? So I can see if this microphone was worth me paying for. And let's hope that it was. I did test it out earlier. I did like a little 2-minute snippet. But I always can hear myself. So me hearing myself don't mean that y'all can hear me once I upload it to YouTube. So, let me know how it goes. It is currently Monday. Hope everyone had a great Monday. Today was cool. Michigan is Michigan. It is what it is. So this particular episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami, I feel like they just add in cast members from other casts who can't make it on any other shows. This whole, with Shay, Scrappy, and Don, I'm like, were they not able to make it on their own Love and Hip Hop? It was Love and Hip Hop Atlanta show, so they just brought them over here. I just don't get it. I mean, these were 3 people on different casts. Why do they have a storyline here in Miami? I just don't understand it, but it is what it is. We see Trick Daddy in the kitchen cooking chicken, and he in the kitchen cooking chicken in a whole full decked out khaki suit, and I'm like, it reminds me of somebody in prison. And I'm like, Trick, you not in prison, bruh. Like, you ain't got no, white beaters, some shorts, some jogging pants, and some flip-flops. Who cooks chicken fully clothed? I mean, I was just so confused. So, his boy come in, his boy Chronic, he smoked weed, I guess. It is what it is. And, he's telling him how, Joy popped up on my show, the thing with Trina. And I can't believe she popped up. And then Trina and Don come in. They kind of being her little spokesperson. I don't get how Joy would let Trina and Don be her spokesperson. Then went on and said that Trina and Don was 2 of the biggest hoes in the industry. You call Trina up? Look, we've all assumed Trina was a hoe, but solely based on that song she did a long time ago, the You Don't Know Now song, where she said a whole bunch of freaky stuff. And over the years, her lyrics have been very, very risque. But I'm like, for Trick to say she one of the biggest hoes in the industry, I'm like, did he realize how that came off? Like, did he mean to call her a hoe? Was he upset because she was kind of basically helping Joy? But I'm like, him calling her a hoe, it caught me off guard. Like, what? That's like Ja Rule calling Ashanti a hoe. I don't know. So, he was saying how he wants to have a divorce party, basically. And, to celebrate him being single and how he backing now. You know what I'm saying? How Uncle Stepdaddy back. I'm like, Uncle Stepdaddy, Trick need to understand he too old. Ain't nobody really checking for Trick like they was probably checking for Trick a long time ago. And anyone who is currently checking for Trick, it's just trying to trick off some money. They want some money and that's it. Ain't nobody really trying to be, because I'm like, is Trick really a catch in 2018? Like, is he? Like, I know who he was before. I know who he is in Miami. But, like, is he really a catch? I don't know. So, the next thing we see is Scrappy at home, his Airbnb. Scrappy can't not convince me that house he's staying in ain't rented from Airbnb and he only there for 2 weeks. Point blank into the period, because Scrappy ain't got no damn money. Scrappy lived in Atlanta for how long? He was on Atlanta for how many seasons? We ain't never seen Scrappy house. Scrappy was always at his mama's house, at Erica's house, at Bambi's house. If you realize Scrappy never had a house in Atlanta, so how the hell did he move? He didn't move to Miami and he got him a house. No, he got a goddamn Airbnb. So, Shay come over, and Shay's hair looks nice for the first time. Her weave ain't all fucked up. She got her good wig person. Got her a good little wig, you know, it's sitting down right. You know, we can't see no edges. That part ain't messed up. It's okay color, natural skin tone. Okay, Shay, you getting it together in Miami. And she's saying, you know, how him inviting her over, it's like she's so surprised how good he treating her. You know, how he first apologized to her. Now he invited her to dinner. Oh, he's just showing me so much different things. I'm like, bitch, it's been 3 days. It's been that ain't even a full work week. You can't, girl, bye. You know, he's saying how, no, she was saying how, she is okay with connecting back with him because she said maybe it'll get her some much needed closure. Now that I can agree with her saying that sometimes when you and a guy not together, but y'all went through a whole bunch of, I don't like this lipstick. I don't. It's a matte lipstick that I just ordered. MAC, I'm gonna do a video about my makeup stuff, my lipstick stuff. Cause these, I mean, it's a cute color and all, but it's not Rihanna's Fenty Beauty stunning lip color. I think that stunning lip color got me all just, I don't like any other lipstick. And any other lipstick I put on, I compare to how my lips look in that. And I keep looking at myself and I'm like, I don't think I like it, but you know, it is what it is. Anywho, I got all of this come back later thinking about something different. But yeah, I can get Shay wanting closure because they did go through some things, and even though he fucked her over completely, sometimes you need that person to say I'm sorry and to make amends for you to move on. So I get her, because she said I can have some closure so I can move on with my life. I can completely get that. I mean, I think it's total bullshit, but I can get that she's saying that, you know what I'm saying? I can play devil's advocate. You know, they sitting down to dinner or whatever, and, you know, he's saying how, no, she's saying, you know, it's cool with us being here, you know, like, what's going on or whatever, and he like, you know, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, I feel something from you from across the table. I'm like, I mean, y'all out on the balcony, y'all both probably hot, but it is what it is, and, you know, he like, you know, I just feel some heat coming from off you from over there. Because y'all two dogs in the heat, you know what I'm saying? She's a puppy dog, you a puppy dog, and y'all want to bone each other. And, you know, she's like, well, whatever, you know, we have to see where it goes from here. This fool could start going into, you know, because your hands is like the hands of God, and when you grip my feet, I'm like, when he said her hands was the hands of God, I thought he was going to say, like, when she touched on him, it make him feel a certain kind of way, or when she used her hands to do things, it make him feel a certain kind of way. When he said, when you rub my feet, I'm like, Scrappy a real freak because he like his feet rub. I just think men who enjoy foot rubs are weird. I'm not saying you can't like getting your foot rubbed, but the way he acted was as if when someone rubs his feet, he gets off. That's weird to me. Just gotta say, I'm not a foot girl at all. I think it's disgusting, but it is what it is. And, you know, she like, well, I'm not rubbing your feet, Scrappy, so it is what, you know, whatever. And he like, you know, she like, well, not yet. I was like, see, that's that bullshit. And he like, well, you know, not yet, you know, but I'm sure they had sex. Come on now, I'm not gonna, Scrappy and shit was fucking in Miami, and I think they was fucking in Miami. They got beefed out, and then he went back to Bambi. And it's gonna be crazy for him to be, he was on Atlanta last time, now he on Miami. Him and Shay gonna break up on Miami. He gonna go back to Atlanta, and it's gonna be the season gonna be him and Bambi getting back together, and then them being married. I just told you that's what it's gonna be. So yeah, but she acting like she not gonna be with him and not gonna rub his feet. You might not rub the man's feet, but y'all fucked. Okay. This scene with Amara, I hope me smacking isn't louder. Because y'all know I smack sometimes, so please don't get offended if y'all can hear me louder smacking or whatever. Okay, this scene with Amara and her mom at the strip club. Now, initially, I'm like, I don't want to, her mom's older. And I'm like, seeing them at the strip club was awkward as hell for me. And girl, if you like it, I love it. You know, she said how her mom is her best friend. They always together. I get that because I love my mama. But, you know, I'm not going to the strip club with my mama. I'm not even going to the club with my mother. And my mom is not older, you know what I'm saying? My mom is in her 50s, and I don't, you know what, I might go to the club. No, well, no, I might, you know, I'll go to like a lounge. I ain't going to a titty bar, but my mom not going to a titty bar either, so it is what it is. Anywho, her and her mom go outside, now they having to talk in the car, not in the car, but at the car, and it was very emotional. You know, it went from Amada talking about how she's struggling and how she just want to make it so she can make her mama proud. Then her mom saying like, I feel like I haven't done enough for you and I want to get a second job to help you get to where you need to be in your career. And then, Amada getting sad like, I don't want you to do that. You've done so much and I'm always traveling and you at home working and I'm out here trying to front like I can afford all these expensive things and have all these expensive bags and I, can't really afford it. We find out that her mother is acts like a worker in the kitchen or whatever, and her mom like still works a regular job and stuff. And, it was very touching to see Amada saying she wants to be more. She wants her big break. Her mom saying how much she believes in her and she's willing to get a second job. But at the same goddamn time, I feel like we cannot be trying to front and putting ourselves in dire financial situations and having to get second and third jobs to make other people believe we have expensive stuff. I had them same goddamn flowers back there for my birthday from January 16th. Those is still on goddamn happy birthday balloons. That thing that my mama got me was from the goddamn $5 store. I'm not trying to be out here like, oh my God, I'm out here with multiple. You can't be trying to front to make other people think that you are balling. Now don't get me wrong, I ain't broke. You know what I'm saying? I'm a regular working girl like anybody else, but I'm not gonna try to floss and be like, I got expensive. No. And Amada was saying how that's what she had been doing, and it's getting hard for her to keep up that image. You can't put forth an image if you can't afford to keep it going. And I guess she's coming to that conclusion. I was completely against her mama even saying she wanted to get a second job. My thought process was Amada need to get a second job or not travel as much. Sometimes as an artist, you're a struggling artist. Sometimes as an entrepreneur, you're a struggling entrepreneur. You don't make money in the beginning. You have to just kind of work your way up. And it's clear that Amada is talented. And I think, well, I know now, we all know, because she got a record deal, that she is going to be a talent to be reckoned with, in the industry. I just don't want her mother thinking she has to do more, and I don't want Amada thinking she has to be fancy and fancy clothes. Girl, if you better go to the goddamn swap meet and dress them in clothes. Swap meet clothes and clothes from the thrift store is vintage, bitch. Okay, when you can't afford to get the fancy stuff, vintage. Okay, you have Cardi B wearing Fashion Nova shirts with goddamn Balenciaga boots. You can't always want to be fancy, bitch. And sometimes the fancy stuff and cute stuff don't be that expensive. Okay, it doesn't. So whatever. So they had that little moment or whatever, and it was what it was. Kiara isn't worried about gunplay. I mean, I would be worried about my man if his name was Gunplay because his name was Gunplay. Like, I wouldn't even be concerned with any drugs. His name was Gunplay. That's worrying right there within itself. And she sent out, in Miami, she has one support system, and that's Chinese Nikki. I feel racist just calling someone Chinese Nikki, but at the same time, I don't want to call her thing one, thing two, because that might be rude too. But my thing is, I don't want to keep calling her Chinese Nikki because I don't remember which one is the mom, which one is the daughter. I just think they both look real different, like they was made by Mattel. And, I also feel like Chinese Nikki face does not look normal, okay? It does not look natural. And her voice does not match her face. Is she really Chinese? Or was she some different and she got her face made to look Chinese? And that's why she called herself Chinese Nikki. I just, you got Nicki Minaj, you got Nicki Baby, you got Chinese Nikki, you got Knick Knack Paddywhack. Look, all this shit is just getting confusing to me. I'm going to call her the mama lady. Okay, so the mama lady is out there meeting with Kiara, and when Kiara bring up how Gunplay acting different, things is going on, she don't know what's happening. Mama lady says, well, I didn't want to bring this up to you, but I saw him at the club one day. Y'all was not at the club, y'all at a goddamn picnic outside a restaurant, but whatever. And she's like, when I mentioned your name, he got real. What did she say? Shook. And I remember that episode, and he did get shook. I think he got shook because if he was trying to get loose with y'all, he can't not get loose with y'all. point blank to the period. And I think, I don't think that had anything to do with drugs. I think he wanted to maybe do some things that he didn't know that y'all knew his girl. So once he knew y'all knew his girl, he like, I'm out. Even though I think he was high that night. But that's neither here nor there. So, she had to bring up how she was going through his stuff, found $100 bill, found some cocaine residue, and she think he's back on cocaine. And, she said, I told him before we got together that, he can't be doing drugs. I'm not trying to be in that lifestyle. And, I'm just upset because now he relapsing. I think people don't realize that a part of recovery is literally relapsing. Not everyone relapses, but it's a part of some people's recovery. So drug addiction, alcohol addiction, that shit is tough. Like, I'm gonna make a video one day about my ex who was literally alcoholic, and it was crazy. But drug addiction and alcohol addiction, this addiction itself is very hard to shake. And sometimes the hardest part about it is accepting the person will relapse. But when they relapse, you can't be like, okay, you relapse, it's fine. No, you have to knock them on their ass and get them back up on their feet, because, that's just what goes along with it. So, she crying, saying that she feeling like that, because of him acting different. She thinks he's, on his drugs, and, the way he is kind of breaking her down as a person, and she does not want to give up on him, but she don't know what else to do. And it's very sad because it seemed like she do really love him, and she just kind of does not know what to do. I think the reason is more because it seemed like when he get high, he can be completely out of control. So you might not want to talk to him about him being high. So I think her thing is, I know he getting high, but I can't talk to him about it. So because I can't talk to him about it, it's just eating me alive and it's breaking me down. And girl, you just have to talk to him. That's all that it is. We see, Joy at her salon, and she faking like she doing down hair. And the reason I say she faking like she doing down hair is because that thing on down head was the wig that she walked in that damn shop in. That wig looked dry, the hair looked tangled, and that's not how a person's weave look when they get it done, bitch. At the fuck all. It looked like a weave or wig that you get from the beauty supply that be in the back on the mannequin head, and they already made it themselves and there's a price tag on it. That wasn't no put some braids in my hair and sew some tracks in, bitch, at all. So I'm like, Dawn could have at least went and got her hair done somewhere else. Dawn went and got a dang on $99 wig. Maybe it was $49. Either way it go, Joy didn't do her hair. So, it's a whole little fake scene of her doing down here. It wasn't. And then 2 strippers walk in. And I'm like, in what reality do strippers just walk into a hair salon? I mean, I guess they do. They got to get their hair done, but not when they dress like strippers and they holding goddamn on like big cardboard cutout. So tricked and sent these two strippers to Joy's salon to give her like a invitation advertisement to his I don't party for him being divorced. I can't believe he would do this. This is so tacky. Who would do this? This is messy and disrespectful. Him throwing a party about divorce, that's messy and disrespectful. And I said, Joy, calm down, lady. You left that man 4 years ago. So if he throwing a party for y'all being divorced, what you care for, lady? The last conversation y'all had, you said you want out. He like, okay, let's get out. And he want to throw a divorce party. Am I saying it's right? No. Am I saying it's wrong? No. Is it messy? No. Is it tacky to throw a divorce party at a strip club? Yes. But it's not disrespectful. Y'all have been separated for 4 years. Y'all have been living separate lives for 4 years. Y'all only talking now to be on this goddamn on show. So it ain't like y'all been broken up 6 months and you can't believe he moved on. Bitch, it's been 4 years. Girl. Whatever. Joy starts to bring up the reason she left him and seeing how, when I left him, he tried to say that I was like a thought, and I left him because he had lupus, and that's not true. Once he was diagnosed with lupus, he's been diagnosed over 10 years ago, and, I stayed with him after he was diagnosed. She said, but then he did start changing, and things got different, and then I did leave. But she was saying like her leaving had nothing to do with specifically his lupus. And I'm like, well, okay. That's fine. And then she said, I'm going to go to the divorce party. I'm going to wear all black. It's going to be a funeral. That's not funny. We see a little small scene of Veronica and Steph meeting up, and it's basically just Veronica telling Steph about her meet up with JoJo and how JoJo was like, I'm a millionaire bitch, and I don't care about you, and I don't fuck the hood, and I ain't from the hood, and I'm too rich to smack you, and how Veronica felt like that was offensive because if you fuck with the hood, like you say you fuck with the hood, you wouldn't diss the hood, talking about how you rich and you're not from the hood. Steph agrees, and I know people through her who she get money with that's from the hood, so you can't, I'm saying, down talking if you gonna be trying to be a part of it. And that's completely true. That's the whole cultural appropriation stuff. So then Trina comes in, and this is where things went left, in my personal opinion, because Trina come in or whatever, and they're talking about some song Veronica did. I don't know what the song was from, but in the song she used the word nigga a few times. Now, I have heard both Veronica and Steph use the word nigga, and each time that each one of them have, I side at them both. But I think I would side eye Veronica more than Steph. And is that wrong of me? Possibly. But I look at Steph as a white person. I'm sorry, I do. I believe she said that she is also Latino of some sort. I'm not sure which one because I can't remember, because on episode 1 I didn't pay much attention. And but I see her as white, and I know that might be ignorant and sound dumb, but it's my fucking opinion. I don't care. And I am a you can call me hypocrite if you choose to. I don't give a fuck about that either. I am a person who feel like only black people should use the word nigga. I don't care if it's, oh, that's dumb. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. If you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. Log off. So when I see people use the word, I'm offended. Not offended to where I think they're racist. Not offended to where I think they are trying to be racist or racial. I just don't get why they want to use it. I think the word holds a lot of power, while it also doesn't hold power to certain people. But when it's it can go either way, why say I should be able to use it because I'm from this neighborhood? Bitch, so I don't care. And Trina kind of said, well, yeah, because she's from this neighborhood and I'm from this neighborhood, and so she feel okay using it, so I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. Again, I told y'all before, Trina is a goddamn C character on this show. Trina, they advertise it as if this is gonna be Trina and Trick Daddy show. Trick is on the show more than Trina is, but again, Trina is a goddamn C character. She is only intertwined with people in little intricate parts, and I'm not here for it. I am not here when any person comes on the show and they make it seem as if this is the big star of the show, and they not doing shit. They don't have their own. Trina does not have a storyline. Trina, the baddest bitch, doesn't have a storyline on Love and Hip Hop, and I don't get, if she doesn't, then watch her on the show. It just doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. Whatever. So, we see that, and I'm like, whatever. I was just upset that Trina didn't shut her. I don't think Veronica's racist at all. As I said, I don't think, some people of other races using it means they are racist. I just do not like it when anyone of another race uses that word, and it is what it is. So then the next scene, I'm completely confused. I'm confused as to why Shay and Don is in the goddamn parking lot meeting up with thing 1 and thing 2, which is Chinese Nikki and the Chinese daughter. Is it Chinese Nikki and Chinese? I don't thing 1, thing 2. Mama girl and daughter girl. And it was weird because, Mama girl, these names, Chinese mama was saying to Shay at the whole fashion show thing, when Shay like, we was up there fighting, arguing, whatever, and then someone put a pussy move and attacked me from behind. Chinese mama said, look, I heard some commotion. I thought my daughter was getting harmed, so I reacted, and then Shay said, I get it, mama be protecting her baby, protecting her cub, whatever. And it was cool from that point because Shay understood what happened. Then the Chinese daughter girl go into, well, you know, Gabby, my friend, and, you know, she was beefing, I had beef too. And then she like, well, you know, I didn't have a beef with her. I was talking to her. She threw something at me, so I threw something back. You know, between me and her, you didn't have to get involved. Nah, because if it's my friend, I'm going to get involved. Why y'all arguing? Y'all arguing over a man that Shay not even with no more, ex-girlfriend who he ain't with either. And she ain't even there. Why the fuck is y'all beefed out? You know, the mama like, well, calm down. It ain't that serious. Then Don come up and say, well, you know, we working with, no, they was with Scrappy too. Now Shay really like, what, y'all was Scrappy? I'ma shut that down. And then Mama Bear say how I'ma make Scrappy a star. Bitch, how? Where? When? How? Can't look. Scrappy been on Love and Hip Hop, I don't know how many seasons, and he ain't been more of a bigger star than you. Can't make that man no star. Girl, you sound dumb. And then even Shay saying, you know, I'm gonna shut all this shit down, and he ain't gonna work with none of y'all. Shay, how? You couldn't get him to leave no woman alone. You couldn't stop Scrappy from cheating on you with a bitch he wasn't even with. You couldn't stop Pleasure P from cheating with a bitch you don't even, you couldn't stop nobody from doing nothing, Shay. You do not have any power, any control, because no man has ever gave you that kind of respect. I need you to respect yourself first, boo, and stop trying to go so hard for these niggas in these streets. Done. Leave it alone, girl. Move on. Girl, what did you Scrappy? Scrappy, dude? His braids wouldn't even comb. Girl, look. Love and Hip Hop Miami is literally a melting pot for people who can't make it on other seasons. Point blank, period. That is why Don, Shay, and Scrappy is on this goddamn season, because none of them can make it in Atlanta. But it is what it is. So we see Amada, and we see that she is, lo and behold, with who? She is with Young Hollywood. And I hate when I see messages pop up. I don't know if people saying I'm dumb or not. But yeah. So, what was I just saying? But yeah, Amada is hanging out with Young Hollywood. They have kind of squashed their beef. And, you know, he is trying to help her further her career. They have a little conversation. You know, she's saying how, you know, he apologized. He was still continuing to apologize, and how, you know, it was a big misunderstanding. But he's happy to see where they can, you know, work together. And they're at the radio station with one of, I guess, the hottest DJs or shows for that particular city, who is a Spanish or Latino station. I say that because they were speaking Spanish the whole time, and it was subtitles, and they play her song, and I have to admit the song was bomb. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I was, you know, bop my head to it or whatever. But again, I think, you know, Amada is talented. I think she just has to get out of her own way of thinking that she has to prove who she is to other people and prove that she has these expensive things. I think when she is naturally herself, she is amazing. I can't wait to see where she goes from here. You know, I might not hear her songs here on the radio in Detroit, but I'll, you know, follow her I'll get stuff on Tidal or whatever. But, you know, the song was on the radio. She was very excited. She was happy. It was cool to see them come from that first episode of them being beefed out, it being a major miscommunication about her being an Afro-Latina. And now, you know, later on in the season, this episode, whatever, and they were able to squash that. And not only that, they were able to really work together, and he was able to get her song on the radio. Now, I don't know how much of that was Mona Scott, you know what I'm saying, making it seem better because of the whole debacle of how bad the publicity was for what happened with him and her. And maybe this is their way of trying to fix, like, okay, they buddy now, let's change the subject of the bullshit. But, you know, at least her song was playing on the radio, and it is what it is. Trick divorce party at the strip club. I mean, it was petty. It looked a little dirty. It looked like it was a little bit stanky in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was smelling like, you know, coochie lips, booty holes, and cigarette rooms, and weed, and, you know what I'm saying, champagne. But, you know, people was there, they was having fun. And, you know, I'm like, okay, it is what it is. Shay come in to Scrappy there. And Scrappy getting lap danced by some girl whose face we couldn't see. And I think I don't know why they had, it was just whatever. And, you know, she just brings up how, you know, she got beef with the twins, the mom and daughter twins, and, you know, he shouldn't work with them and that he should be loyal to her because if someone had beef with him, she wouldn't work with them. Well, Shay, anyone who had beef with Scrappy wouldn't work with you because you don't do nothing. I take that back. That's not true. I think she models and does like stuff, but I'm still like, I don't think anyone who worked with Scrap would be in the same industry as her. I mean, they might want her like in a video, I guess. And I'm guessing she would say no, but that'll be stupid because Scrap don't even really care about you like that. But it is what it is. Anywho, he confused like, well, whatever beef you got with the, you know, the mom-daughter twins ain't got nothing to do with me, you know, and I'm a grown man and I'm single and I don't want nobody trying to dictate who I work with. Now, this to me is a whole recreation. The same way how Jocelyn didn't want Stevie working with other people. The same way how Lyrica didn't want A1 working with people. I'm so tired of this recycled ass storyline. Now Shay don't want Scrap working with two chicks who she not even really beefing with in real life. Girl, the fuck bye. You know, Scrappy said like, I ain't saying no, but I ain't saying yeah. Like, I understand I ain't got nothing to do with it. It is what it is. She get pissed off and she walks away saying fuck you. Okay, girl, you say so. You know, Trick threw a whole speech saying how, you know, Joy came here dressed like a stripper. How he got two, if his baby mama's there, he had two of his side chicks. How he bringing his community dick back to the community. Trick, don't nobody want to suck your dick. Don't nobody, I don't think nobody really check. And my thing is, if you single, you can't have side chicks because you're single. That's not how it works. And I'm like, well, you know, if he like it, I love it. You know, Joy, like, I ain't paying him no goddamn attention. You know, he want to be done, let him be done. And, you know, when he come off the stage, she basically just gives him her lawyer bill saying, you want to get divorced? Fine. Pay the lawyer fees, pay for the divorce, and let's just let it be that and let it be done. And it seemed like Trick was upset that she didn't want to flip out. And she was like, you know, do whatever you're going to do. I don't really care. You know, let's get divorced. And then he kind of ripped up the paperwork. But then said, I'm going to give you the money tomorrow. And then to this confessional, but I'll sign the papers whenever I want to. I'm just like, boy, I just don't care. Y'all have been separated 4 years. Let that shit go. We tired of it already, okay? Fuck Joy, fuck Trick, fuck Trina, fuck Miami Sip, fuck Shay, fuck Scrappy, fuck Da, fuck Thing 1, fuck Thing 2, the Chinese people. I'm over the bullshit. It is what it is. So the last thing that we see, Gunplay is on his video shoot. And the video shoot theme is people in the kitchen cooking up crack cocaine. Well, not crack cocaine, but cooking up cocaine. And, you know, Kiara come down there. She mad like, I can't believe he up here doing this kind of video. Girl, who cares what the video shoot was about? I mean, because if he on drugs, he on drugs. Because my thing is, if you would went to this thinking that it was about a man going to church, but he on cocaine regardless of what the movie, the video shoot theme is. So, you know, we see he's agitated. We see he is not in the best of moods. And we see he is he on one. Clearly he's under the influence of something. He's either under the influence of something or he's a really great actor. I haven't seen him in any movies. So, you know, Kiara get there and she sees him being agitated. She sees him being different. He messing with his boot. He couldn't get the boot off. He just wasn't focused. It looked like he was sweating. At one point, he sniffed like a person who smoked cocaine. You know, it was a lot going on. And, you know, he was saying to her like how he's still going through stuff because his friend died and he don't need her nagging on him and she complaining and stuff. He don't need that shit. And then she like, look, I found $100 bill and some cocaine residue. Was you still getting high? And he never said yes or no. He didn't deny. He didn't agree or say he was. But clearly he's under the influence of something. And, you know, she asked him like, "Are you back on coke?" And he like, "Look, I don't need you nagging me. I got work to do." And she like, "You know, you need to quit." And he like, "What? Who gonna make the money? You? I take care of this. You can't." And I'm like, he is really upset, you know. And she's like, "You know what? You either need to go to rehab and get help, or, you know, you're gonna lose me and I'm gonna walk away, and, you know, you're gonna get you a bitch who tolerate this." This man said, "Fuck that. Get out. Leave. Flee. Fuck your house." I'm like, and he going on, he like threw a chair, and I'm like, y'all not gonna call security? Y'all gonna let this man do like that, act like that? But I mean, it was a lot. And again, he is clearly on drugs. So let's make that clear. And she walk away saying, you know what? When you calm down, don't come back to my house. Fuck your house. Flee. I'm like, flee? You know how high you gotta be to tell somebody to flee? Girl, bye. And that's how the episode went off. I mean, put in the comments how y'all feel about the episode. I felt like it was a goddamn mess. It was great, full of craziness or whatever. But that's my review of Love and Hip Hop Miami. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to put a comment below letting me know if you can hear me or not, so I can know if this damn microphone worked. But other than that, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.